Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the ER5C-i by Radiomaster. It is a 2.4 gigahertz 5-channel elrs PWM receiver. Now it is available in either the FCC version or the LBT version. It has voltage detection via the single pin external voltage port for voltage telemetry, and a single wire is provided. Now it has a built-in high sensitivity flat ceramic antenna, so there is no antenna wires to worry about. And since it is in an enclosed casing, you don't have to worry about the ceramic antenna getting damaged and breaking off. So here it is next to the older ER5C receiver. So they did away with the antenna wire and thus made it more compact. Now here is the smaller ER3C-i receiver in comparison. So if you don't need no more than 3 channels, the ER3C-i is even smaller than the ER5C-i. Now they are all elrs PWM receivers, so that means super fast response speed, ultra long range, and they all support Wi-Fi updates and web UI configuration. They are designed for surface RC models, but can be used on fixed wings as well. The power input is 4.5 volts to 8.4 volts, and ELRS 3.3.0 firmware is pre-installed. It has telemetry power of 10 milliwatts, voltage detection from 4 volts to 35 volts, and weighs in at just 5 grams. The dimensions are 30 millimeters by 18.5 millimeters by 13 millimeters. And there we have the boot button, the voltage detection pin, and the 5 channels. And we are also taking a look at the ER5C-V2. Now this receiver is almost an identical receiver to the ER5C, but with the same upgraded ER5C-i receiver's internals. But it has an external high sensitivity antenna with an IPEX UFL connector instead. We also have a lockable connector style wire for the voltage detection and comes with just the positive wire on the wiring connector. It has the same compact size, the number of channels, Wi-Fi update support, and specs as the ER5C-i. So the ER5C-V2 is more of an updated version of the ER5C than the ER5C-i, which is new with a ceramic antenna. The weight is slightly heavier than the ER5C-i at 5.7 grams. So if you want the built-in flat ceramic antenna, go with the ER5C-i. It still has awesome range, but if you want the external antenna, which probably will provide more range, go with the ER5C-V2. The choice is yours. So if you power it up and leave it for 1 minute, the LED light will start to flash rapidly, indicating that it is in the Wi-Fi mode. Now you can update the ELRS firmware and enter a binding phrase by creating a bin file via the ELRS configurator and updating it via the Wi-Fi updates page 10.0.0.1. And if your TX has the same binding phrase and they are both on the same ELRS firmware release, they will automatically bind. You can also use the physical method. Put the receiver into the binding mode by powering it up 3 times and leaving it powered on the 3rd time. It will go into the binding mode by showing double flashes on the LED. Now, on the TX, open the ELRS LUA script and hit bind. Binding is successful when the LED light turns solid. Once bound, you can now configure the servo connectors to match the throttle and the steering. You can also connect the voltage detection wire. Connect it to the external voltage pin. Connect the other end to the red wire on the balance connector of the battery that's being used. Now go to the telemetry page on your transmitter, hit Discover New Sensors, and now it is ready to rock and roll. Now, even if you don't have the battery voltage detection wire connected, you will still get the battery voltage going to the receiver itself. All right, guys, so here we go. We got the bezgar HP161S. Now, this is the model that comes with the brushless motors, the standalone ESC, and the standalone receiver. This is the stock receiver that comes with it. I have installed the ER5C-i receiver, the elrs receiver, so we're going to check it out. And I'm going to be controlling it with my Radiomaster Zorro elrs radio. So let's power this up.
Welcome to HTX.
All right, power up the RC truck, and we got signal bars. We are ready to go. All right, now this little RC car is super fast. It'll pop a wheelie. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Too grippy over here with the super grippy rubber tires, I guess, on this tarmac. Oh yeah, I didn't hit anything. The posts kind of saved it. All right, so I shan't make tight turns. But yeah, this thing is so powerful, it'll pop a wheelie. Oh shit! Yeah, it's too grippy over here, I guess. So if you like RCing or driving your RC vehicle in a parking area, relatively a smooth parking area, not like this one here, but, you know, you don't really need an elrs receiver setup. You can just use the one that comes with the stock RC truck. That's good enough, because the range on those is about 80 meters to 120 meters. But if you're going to go a little further away from you, then you know, you might want to consider elrs. And these receivers are pretty cheap, under 20 bucks, and you can drive your RC vehicle with one of these type of remote controllers as well. You don't need a pistol grip remote controller. I think it's dragging something. It picked up something. Okay, yeah, I think it's a leaf. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of that guy. So yeah, really nice. The response time is super fast. Latency is down to minimal, basically. I believe it's something like 6.5 millisecond at 200 hertz, something like that. And you know, at 250 hertz, the maximum distance on these receivers are up to, not particularly this receiver, but most elrs receivers, they're up to like 30 kilometers. So you can go really far. Not that you want to go really far with RC trucks, but you could. So the link quality is solid and secure. Even though you are controlling it nearby, you will not lose control. You can go far away from you and no issues, unlike the stock radio transmitter, the stock receiver. Okay. Oh, and I almost forgot to show you guys something, so I'll push it out this way, let it keep going, let it keep going. Okay. Alright, so one thing good about this system and that receiver, the ER5C-i, has that battery voltage detection like I showed you. So hit the telemetry, and if you can see that, RX bat, I got 11.6 volts. The link quality RQLY quality is 100% still yet. So solid link, and I can see what the battery voltage is. That's one of the best things. So you won't run out of battery voltage while you're driving your RC vehicle. Very nice. Alright guys, so here I have my Radiomaster ELRS pocket radio, and I got my DHK Maximus RC truck, and I got the ER5C-V2 receiver with the antenna, and I got the battery voltage connected to one of the batteries, and if I press the telemetry button, I can see what the voltage of the battery is on the vehicle, as well as I got the RQLY signal strength. So here we go. And I also have an FPV system on top of the canopy, which we will kind of use later, but I'll leave it right here for now. So there you go. You can control your ER5V2, ER5C-V2 receiver with your Radiomaster Pocket ELRS radio. Yeah, control something big with a tiny little mighty pocket radio. Now this radio is just kick butt. Don't let the size fool you. It can do everything that a full-size radio can because of the Edge TX operating system. Just an awesome RC remote controller for all your RC vehicles, all your aircraft, fixed wing or multi-rotor. Look at that. So even if you don't have one of those pistol grip remote controllers, which I'll show you in a minute, the Radiomaster's MT12, the first Edge TX operated pistol grip remote controller, you might consider getting one of those if you are really into surface vehicles. But know that you can still drive your surface vehicles with a regular stick remote controller like this one here. Nice. Okay, so let me take it out. Let it keep going over here. Okay, I'll go into the grass because this one's got big wheels. So I'll just keep on going. Woohoo! Smoking. Oh yeah. Not that you'll go this far with any of your RC vehicle, but check it out. 7.9 volts and my RQLY still at 100. Ridiculous, isn't it? So you can go really far with this thing. Okay, making it way back here. Now with the stock remote controller, yeah, you could go like up to about 100 meters, maybe 120 meters. But with this setup, yeah, you could go kilometers. That is ridiculous on a surface RC vehicle. All right, nice. Okay, here we go again with the DHK Maximus, but this time I'm controlling it with the Radiomaster's MT12, the ELRS surface radio. So with that same receiver, you can connect it to any transmitter you want, and just like its counterpart, the stick radio, it has the same distance. Basically, you can go really far with this. Let's go on the other side of the parking lot and go in the dirt area. Okay, that's pretty far there. I'll park it right there. And just like the counterpart, we can still see the telemetry. 7.9 RX bat is 7.9 volts, and the RQLY is still 100, flicking down to 97, 96, 94. Yeah, very nice. Okay, Bring it back. Okay, I'll just cut right through here. Oh yeah, this will allow me to travel hundreds of meters with no issues. I did the abandoned George Air Force Base where I got busted using the same ELRS receiver. I actually used the ER5C-i receiver on that one with this remote control, and I was able to go 400 or 500 meters no problem. My FPV video was getting kind of pixelated, so I turned around, but yeah, the radio link itself is just amazing. So like I said, if you are into driving around your RC vehicle in a relatively small area where you can see it right in front of you, like a parking lot or, you know, a dirt field or something like that, you know, a regular receiver is perfectly fine. But if you want to go far and have very low latency, yeah, check out these ELRS receivers. PWM now. You can put it on your RC vehicle, RC boat, what have you not. And you could even probably put it on a fixed wing aircraft if you have enough channels. So this one is a 5-channel. And you can get yourself one of these surface remote controller with the pistol grip remote with the hand wheel for your surface RC vehicles. The way it was meant to be, right? Nice. Alright. Bring it in. Put on some FPV stuff and we'll do a little FPV stuff. Okay, so here it is with the caddx vista mounted to the canopy as you have seen earlier. And we also have the GoPro Session mounted to the hood as well. So we're going to go for a little FPV here at the park. So I'm at the playground and I'll FPV around the main field, which is about 1 kilometer round trip. And the furthest point will be right around 350 meters away if it was a straight line. So I love to surface FPV, whether it is an RC truck like this or even on an RC boat. Now the only issue with an RC boat is of course the water splashing all over the stuff. So I don't want anything getting wet, so I'm kind of lazy to prepare everything for it. So I mostly just resort to ground FPV with my favorite DHK Maximus. Now I'm still using the new Radiomaster MT12 surface radio, the pistol grip remote, with the ER5C-V2 ELRS receiver in the DHK Maximus, the one with the external antenna. So get yourself an RC truck and make sure that it has a separate receiver so you can swap it out with an ELRS receiver. You can still use your stick ELRS remote controller for the radio control and cruise around the park or your neighborhood without the worry of a disconnect and losing control of your RC truck. And the caddx Vista is just an awesome FPV camera, even if it is used as a standalone FPV camera like this. A really good combination for ground FPV. So I'll just finish up cruising around the park, and that'll do it for this video of the 2 new receivers from Radiomaster, the ER5C-i and the ER5C-V2. The link to the receivers are down below in the video description if you want to check it out some more. So I thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.